Respectfully, disagree. One, they worked way too hard to rig a system in their favor that basically guarantees a high minority population in prisons for minimal offenses that a white person would barely even get a slap on the wrist for. It causes like instability in the home, and then it causes an economic impact, and then it basically guarantees certain portions of the populations are in a repeat offense cycle slash, lesser circumstances. They're not going to give that up. Plus, they need those workers who are already working in fields and farms and factories for companies like Aldi, Walmart, Target. There was a huge investigation article that came out this summer about all the places that absolutely pay pennies per day for prison labor to farm their fields and, package items in their factories. They're not going to give that up. But what they are going to do is build more prisons. Why on earth would they let criminals go, otherwise known as skilled workforce, when they could just add to it instead? Newark, New Jersey is about to build a massive detention center, but once ICE has officially done their job, what would we do with a massive prison right in the port area of Newark? I can't. I can't imagine what we would. Surrounded by the warehouse district and ports and factories in Newark, New Jersey, what would we do with an empty, massive prison? I don't think there's anybody who doesn't think that we're headed towards, company store, debtor's prison kind of existence. I mean, technically, we're already kind of there. If you don't own your home and you don't own your car and you're massively in debt, you don't really have anything, you just have the pretense of freedom. All they would have to do is call all your debts in at the same time, and if you couldn't pay, well, whoops, I guess we're just gonna have to put you over there in that debtor prison. Welcome to working at the Newark, I saw a TED Talk a while ago that basically said they want to kick out the undocumented because not that they're not skilled workers, not that they wouldn't love to keep them, but the undocumented know what it is to pick up their life and move on because they're not, living a good life. Whereas Americans are very tied to the land, tied to the country. Oh, I can't leave for one reason or another. If you have a workforce that, can't move to another country because they don't speak the language, or, other countries have closed their borders because they can't take any more refugees in, you then have a population that's mentally tied to the land but also stuck. They don't know what it is to pick up their life and flee. They will probably not be ready to do it again. I mean, just think about the number of people who have walked from Guatemala to the US border. It's not an easy journey. It is not for the weak. Now imagine how many people would be willing to walk from the, panhandle of Texas to the Canadian border. But also with the efficiency that ICE is actually removing people, which is not really all that efficient, and wildly expensive at the price point of about $1 million per airplane flight. I don't know how much longer we're going to keep this, like, kick them out kind of idea. I mean, if farmers know that they won't have anybody to pick their crops, what the hell is their incentive to plant crops this year? So something's going to have to happen by harvest time.